Today, we're going to analyze a channel by the name of Dara. He's recently uploaded a video, asked me to take a look at his channel, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And the video in question is going to be overnight at the world's most affected island.
This is the world's most affected island. It's an island covered in thousands of human bones still left here from the Black Plague. There's a rib bone, that's the bottom of someone's spine. There's literally bones everywhere. And I'm going to spend the night here. Whoa!
First of all, it is a well-paced intro. It feels very energetic. It's also only about 15 seconds, which is really good as well. But that being said, this intro actually could have been and should have been shorter because there's a lot of information that we didn't need.
This is the world's most affected island.
So here we got, this is the world's most affected island. We are confirming what we're seeing. We're intriguing the viewer.
It's an island.
Then we have some shots that don't really do too much, but again, it's not too long, so I'm accepting of it for now.
Covered in thousands of human bones still left here from the Black Plague.
So this is where we have our initial mistake, where we are making a mention to the Black Plague, and not everybody's going to be familiar one. Maybe we want to give extra context about the Black Plague, so that people who aren't too familiar with the Black Plague, and we have to make this assumption, can get it. So for example, this is from the Black Plague, where millions of people died. And lastly, for this intro, he talks about that he's going to spend the night there. But there's one crucial thing that we're missing. Why are we spending the night there? Right? Are we trying to discover something? Are we trying to explore it? Are we doing it as a survival? It's not very clear. The title implies survival, but what he's saying doesn't imply anything clearly. Setting a clear goal or having a title that implies a clear goal is essential in an intro.
Oh God. Almost right in. The entire island is literally surrounded by quicksand. Within this quicksand is where you'll find a lot of the bones.
You know, it's not too bad. I know that this was jarring camera, but it brings the illusion that, hey, we are here for real, this is authentic, and that's why it's not too bad to have it like that, as long as the rest of the video, the camera is getting better, if possible, of course.
What's this?
It's a bone.
It's kind of large.
So this is initially a good thing. The only concern that I have here is because we're already showing bones, now we need to excite the viewer to why we want to see more bones.
We weren't just looking for bones. We were looking for clues to a mysterious location called Coffin Bay.
So I've snuck onto.
By the way, I already like the fact that we're not introducing this Coffin Bay in the intro, and that we get the story started as fast as possible, and then we introduce Coffin Bay, which is actually a really, really good thing to do. But we are not giving a why yet.
This banned island once before, but what I didn't know last time is that there's an area that is the most infected.
I didn't like the fact that we have to reference a past video, because now as a viewer I feel like, hey, maybe I'm missing out here. So typically we stay away from references to other videos because it has some chance to alienate new viewers.
That has the most bones, called Coffin Bay.
And it's rumored to be full of treasure.
There feasibly could be treasure. Pipes, bottles. How much are those bottles?
The shots move a little bit too fast. When you see this shot, right, we have to see his face, then we have to go all the way to the bottom of the corner, we have to read his name, and then we have to go to the last thing, which is professional treasure hunter. And I know you cannot see it very well because it's hidden behind the timeline, which by the way could be an issue by itself. Look at the amount of seconds, let's count the amount of seconds that it takes for this shot to show itself.
There feasibly could be treasure.
Now, I want you to know something new. So this is where we go into processing time of shot sizing. First of all, if we analyze the shot, we can see that it is a very simple shot. We have a singular person in the middle, nothing on the background. So this will take about half a second to a second for a viewer to process this shot. However, there is more to it. And this is that we see a name, which takes half a second for ourselves, because we have to go there. And then we have to read the entire title that they have, which will take at least 1 full second again. So to process this entire shot, this will take us at least 2 seconds at a minimum, given the 1 second for the main shot and 1 second for the title at least. So what we know here is that the viewer will not have been able to process the entire shot, and if we now keep on moving at a fast pace, the viewer will be lost and confused simply because of the shot length.
Pipes, bottles. How much are those bottles worth?
Thousands.
Wow. Treasure.
We could be the first people who could actually
record it.
Yeah.
We've got to find Coffin Bay, we've got to find this treasure.
That was also very jarring. We have zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, and it's like, it's not necessary. Just stay on a medium shot or a wide shot here. Just capture all of them, talking to each other, build the music, but don't start zooming in all over the place.
First people to sleep on dead man's.
So we set off to find Coffin Bay, and quickly we already found evidence of historical artifacts.
Look at this. At least a 100-year-old wine bottle. That's crazy, man.
Okay, that's
And
good. We have a
clues to
discovery. I
coffin.
do like the pace at which we discover stuff, which is pretty nice. But again, the only thing that we're really doing is we're teasing Coffin Bay. But we gotta keep going back. After we show something like this, we gotta make the viewer know that Coffin Bay is going to have more than we have over here.
These would have been bolted down and you'd have tied your rope on it.
That's like straight off a ship. That's exactly what it looks like. Oh, there's another piece of wood. How are we going
I
to...
like the tense music, by the way. Music choice is really, really on point here.
if that is from a coffin.
You can tell larger pieces, they were cut in a certain formation. If you imagine that is the top of the coffin, it fits the profile of a shape, doesn't it? A person.
Already we're
Okay, so here the person is explaining something to Dara. First of all, it's not as easy to understand him because he has a very British accent, which doesn't make it appealing to everybody, but we can work around this. Now, Dara in this case, he is telling it to Dara and he's visualizing it, but the viewer struggles to visualize this. So to make it easier for the viewer, we cut out the guy after like 5 seconds of talking, and then what we go is we go into an animated explanation with a voiceover really explaining that this piece was part of a ship and where it belongs, so the viewer really understands, oh, this is the message that he's trying to convey to us. Visualization goes over anything on YouTube.
finding clues, but to find Coffin Bay is incredibly difficult because most of this island is underwater and it's only
Okay, I do like the fact that we're 1 minute 40 into the video and now we're introducing our big problem. You know, we're not waiting too long.
and it's only at midnight that Coffin Bay will emerge.
Okay, so that sounded a little fake, and the reason why is this, because how is it going to be exactly at midnight that it comes up? It's almost too convenient. Here we have to say around midnight or some other option that conveys midnight without using the exact timestamp. When things seem too convenient, they start to become unbelievable.
And it's not on the map.
And so I got my friends on the mainland to help us scout out the island from above.
Hey, Jack,
I like the map usage here. He does that very, very well. This is really good.
we need you guys to scout ahead on the drone to see if you can locate Coffin Bay.
Understood.
That's nice. Everything is a little bit serious so far. It's 2 minutes of serious. So a little bit of comedic relief here and there would actually do great, because we don't want the viewer to only feel tension, because if everything is tense, then nothing is tense. So by adding moments of comedic relief, we make the tense moments more tense and we make the comedic relief moments more enjoyable.
Dude, it's freaking huge. Oh my gosh, it's massive. What the hell? It actually looks scary.
I'm so glad we're not on there.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay, that was a little bit comedic relief. I like that. That was good.
head up north, they get to this bit here. This bit looks like it would have...
The visualization, the marking, that's really great as well. But you know, this image by itself is not engaging. A lot of people think that, oh, we have a drone shot that's very engaging, right? Because we're showing cool visuals, and this is a cool visual. However, the problem that we have here is that the viewer doesn't know where to focus. They don't know, should I be looking on the left side? Should I be looking up top? Should I look at the subtitles? Because the subtitles are probably where they're going to pay most of their attention. But by adding this one, we're driving attention. We're telling the viewer where to focus, and this is actually really good for retention.
It looks like it would have a lot of bones.
Since Coffin Bay is still underwater, Jack and Trax guide us to its most likely location.
I like this. We give an explanation that even though it's underwater, that doesn't mean that we cannot take action. That's really good.
We're gonna have to kayak there.
We don't have much time to find this place.
No, I'm getting a head torch just in case, because I don't want to be...
The kayaking there, you know, I would pre-visit. Again, you know, go to the map, show the upcoming strategy that we're going to be doing.
kayaking back in complete pitch black, so...
That would be dangerous and scary. You're worried? That bursts. Yeah.
Oh, there is a little bit of jarring camera angles here as well. Show somebody, count 1 to 2 seconds, processing time again, and then move away. So that at least we have this rather than just turn things a bit... I was driving myself crazy there.
It's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck and you're gonna die.
Okay, well, we gotta get this out real fast.
Let's go now.
The place is looking eerie right now. The tide is still...
Right now, we haven't had too many reminders of why do we want to watch the video, but overall, it's going fairly well still.
I can feel nighttime coming, and I'm not exactly looking forward to it.
I'm a bit worried to see what it's going to be like.
You can just tell it's going to be really dark tonight.
The window to search Coffin Bay is so small that we need the exact location. And so the boys tried to get more information on it from the locals, and everyone pointed them to one guy who knew exactly where it was.
He can tell you everything about the island. You missed that opportunity. Yeah. Get hold of him. That'll be your dream come true.
So we have to get to the guy. That's the #1 mission, right?
Apparently he has all the answers, but he's also all the way over there.
How's that shoulder holding up, lad?
Whoa, why are we not going? That's the one guy who knows where it is, and we just gave up because he's inaccessible. This is super unsatisfying for the viewer, right? If we know there's only one person, we need to do whatever it takes. And this is also, again, an indication that the motivation, the reason, the why behind the Coffin Bay, the why are we on this island, what are we really trying to do, is missing. And because the why is missing, we are not willing to go very far to make it happen. So I want you to take two situations. Imagine that we have to investigate Coffin Bay because we want to uncover a murder story and resolve that murder story. And that murder story is so important because we know somebody whose husband was that murder story. In this case, we would go out of our way to get the answers. And we would do anything, even if that means swimming to a pirate boat. But now compare this to not having a why and just being, hey, we want to go to Coffin Bay. Oh, there's a pirate boat and he has all the answers. Would I now be willing to go as far? No, the motivation isn't strong enough because the goal, the why, isn't strong enough.
Apart right now. We could be literally right on top of it. We have no idea.
But eventually, we reached the spot that was very likely to be Coffin Bay.
The
they
place
reached
is
Coffin
completely
Bay, that's good.
transforming
Are we
with the
there?
tide. Now all the things are starting to be exposed. Coffin Bay could be around the corner. We've got another bottle.
It's right around the corner, right?
Another
I
piece
do
of
like this
wood.
tension building here.
This new area basically looked like the rest of the island, but it came with a danger we were not
Another
ready for.
danger. You're not ready for this.
Yeah, keep moving.
It was covered in a quicksand, much more dangerous than we had ever experienced.
I will leave it there because I feel like here it's going fairly well. What we have here is suspense building, right? Something goes wrong. There's danger, but this danger is worse than the other danger. This is actually really good. Dara is doing really good here. However, we need to be a little bit more clear on what the goal is and remind the viewer of the goal and not just make it Coffin Bay is the location where we need to be, but what is at Coffin Bay that is so important for us? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you liked this video and I will see you in the next one.